Hey guys, Michael from Vsauce here. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to MtG Traders. My name is Taryn, and let's go over Izzet Unblockable. Is it unblockable? It is. This is a Izzet list that has a lot of fun stuff from Dominaria, and let's jump right into it, guys. Of course, right now. And the first card we want to talk about before we get into, like, Bomat Courier and stuff like that, we want to talk about Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive. I think that's how you pronounce it. A 2-mana 1/3, a legendary creature, human rogue. Creatures you control with power 1, toughness, power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. And basically, it's an entire deck built around that particular mechanic. But, it's also just a very fast deck in general, so let's go over it really quickly here. We're starting with Bomat Courier, 1-mana 1/1 artifact creature construct with haste. Whenever it attacks, exile the top card of your library face down. You can pay 1 red, discard to your hand, sacrifice Bomat Courier, put all cards exiled by Bomat Courier into their owner's hand. So a great way for us to kind of refill our hand in the mid to late game. Just fantastic, a complete 4 of. Another 4 of is Firebrand, or Fanatical Firebrand, sorry. Little backwards there. 1-mana 1/1 Goblin Pirate with haste. You can tap it, sacrifice it, deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So, very nice as well. Very fast coming in on turn 1 too. Another good turn 1 play is Siren Stormtamer, a blue mana 1/1 Siren Pirate Wizard with flying. You can pay 1 and sacrifice it, counter target spell or ability that targets you or a creature you control. So this is a really good card to get around a Settle the Wreckage, any kind of spot removal like Seal Away or Fatal Push, something that tries to kill our Tetsuko. We want to make sure your Siren Stormtamer is on the battlefield to make sure that Tetsuko survives. Next up, we just have another great hasty creature here, Earthshaker Kenra, a 2-mana 2/1 Jackal Warrior with haste. When it enters the battlefield, target creature with power less than or equal to Earthshaker Kenra's power can't be blocked. It also has Eternalize for 6, which means it comes back as a 4/4 hasty. It does lose the ability to become unblockable, but 4/4 haste, it makes something else not be able to block, with power equal to or less than. I think that's fine. Next up, we have Carry Zev Skyship Raider, another legendary force along with Tetsuko, a 2-mana 1/3 legendary creature, human pirate with first strike and menace, and whenever it attacks, it creates a 2/1 red monkey creature named Ragavan that's tapped and attacking. Keep in mind, Ragavan is also a 2/1, so it is unblockable as well if we have Tetsuko on the battlefield. That's getting in for 3 unblockable power. That's pretty good in general. But that's all the creatures we have in the deck. We have, let's see, 24 in total. So let's go on to the other list here. We have, of course, 2 Shock, 2 Invigorate Rampage, 4 Lightning Strike, 3 Curious Obsession, which is interesting to put in here, and 3 The Flame of Keld. We'll get into that in just a minute. 2 Shock here because it's a good shock spell. 1-mana instant. It deals 2 damage to target creature or player, so if we need a couple extra points to kill our opponent, Shock is going to hopefully help us there. Next up, we have Invigorated Rampage. Again, this is kind of a great way for us to get around the unblockable thing. So a 2-mana instant. Choose 1, target creature gets +4/+0 and gains trample until end of turn, or 2 target creature gets +2/+0 and gains trample until end of turn. So if you'll keep in mind, look at the list here, a lot of them have 1 toughness, which is great for us, which means we can actually use, Invigorated Rampage on them, and them still be unblockable if Tetsuko is on the battlefield. So very, very good for us. Next up, we just have Lightning Strike here, just a great way to deal damage to the face or to a creature or to a planeswalker. 2-mana instant, deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Very straightforward. Next up, a card that kind of actively goes against Tetsuko is Curious Obsession, but I still like it because it's just fantastic card draw, especially if you get it on a Carry Zev. A 1-mana enchantment aura, enchant creature, it gets +1/+1, which means it's kind of, rising out of Tetsuko's, wheelhouse, but whenever they deal combat damage to a player, we get to draw a card. And of course, if we don't attack at our end step, this is sacrificed, so that is the downside. You have to continue to play out with a Curious Obsession, but at the same time, our deck is incredibly fast, so getting a turn 1 Fanatical Firebrand, turn 2 Curious Obsession on that, that's just fine drawing a card off of it. I think that's okay. And the last 3 cards in here that are not lands are the Flame of Keld, an interesting saga from Dominaria here, a 2-mana enchantment saga. It's, chapter 1 is discard your hand, which that doesn't seem that great, but in the mid to late game, or by turn 4, basically, you don't really have anything in your hand you want to keep either way. You probably have, either dead lands or cards multiples of stuff that you don't want to deal with. So just discard them, and then chapter 2, draw 2 cards, which means you actually draw 3 cards the turn that this happens. Very, very good. And chapter 3, if a red source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player this turn, it deals that much damage +2 to that permanent or player instead. Keep in mind that Ragavan is also a red creature whenever it comes in, which is actually very, very good, meaning it's a 2/1 that deals an extra 2 points of damage when that happens. Same thing with Fanatical Firebrand. If we sacrifice it, it deals 3 points of damage instead of 2, so it's basically a bolt. And of course, Earthshaker Kenra coming in, dealing 4 points of damage instead of 2. So I really like the Flame of Kilt. I think it's very, very good in the mid to late game there. Hopefully kind of, refilling your hand with gas, as well as just kind of pushing out some extra damage on that Chapter 3. So it has all the cards in there besides lands. Let's go over to lands really quickly here. We have, I believe, 7 Island and 7 Mountain, and then 4 Surfer Falls and 4 Spiral of Canal. I thought about putting other lands in here like Field of Ruin, Scavenger Grounds, that kind of stuff. The problem is that this deck is super low to the ground and fast, and there are only 22 lands in total, so we really, really needed a way to kind of like push damage through and kind of have our land base just be as completely like spot free as possible so we can hit our color requirements. But that is the full 60. Let's go over the sideboard really quickly here. We have 2 Scavenger Grounds because we do need something to deal with that graveyard from a Godfar's Gift strategy or something like that. We also have 1 Chandra's Defeat to deal with a Glorybringer. Anything else we don't like as well, like a Chandra on our opponent's side of the field. Can't kill a Hatzerat, but it's very close. I thought about putting Hour Devastation in this slot here, but because our deck is so fast and wide, or going so wide, I do think that that's probably a card kind of going against our deck. We have 2 Magma Spray to deal with a Scrap Heap Scrounger, anything that has like Eternalize or Embalm, Adorn Pouncer, or another Earthshaker Kinra, stuff like that. 3 Abrade here to deal with some Artifact Hate. It's a 2-mana instant, deals 3 damage to target creature or destroy target artifact, so very good for us, very on curve as well. And it's also a red source, so if the Flame of Kilt's on Chapter 3, it's going to deal 5 damage instead of just 3. Then we also have 2 Shard of Course here. If we need card draw and we don't want to use, Curious Possession, we can use this instead. A 2-mana sorcery, draw 2 cards, then discard a card unless you attack with a creature this turn. So if you want to use this before you attack, you might want to use this to discard a Earthshaker Kinra. If you want to use this after attacks, you may want to draw into some more removal, that kind of thing. Next up, we have 2 Essence Scatter to deal with those big bombs in like a dinosaur or like just a mono green like ramp deck. Then we also have 3 Negate here to deal with a control matchup. In testing, I ran up against, I want to say like 3 or 4 different approach decks. It was basically like 50-50, like either I would like outpace them so quickly that I would beat them, or they would lock me down to the point where I can't do anything, and then I don't have like Negate in game 1, and then they win, But that is the full 75 on Izzet Unblockable here. Is it unblockable? It is. Let's go to the full list here. On MtG Trades, it's coming to a decent 70 tickets, and if you want to build this in paper, it's coming to about 98 bucks. Of course, the money cards being from Earthshaker Kinra, Carry Zev, and like little stuff like this, like Flame of Kilt and Belmont Courier. And of course, I think the most expensive card is Spiral of Canal in the actual mana base there. But that is the full list, guys. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. This is a super janky but fun build. I really wanted to put it together once I saw Tetsuko. I was like, oh, this is such a fun deck. Let's do it. And I did it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for, I believe, Simic Artifacts. So please look out for that. All right, guys, much love and peace.